how long of a period of time do you think someone should be working on themselves before they start dating again or wanting to get into a relationship?
And you know what? It's not really a period of time. It's how well you've been able to self-partner and up-level and heal. But there definitely is some criteria that I believe are very important before thinking about another relationship. You have to have your own life and you have to have your own joy. And you have to say, I am loving being the self-generative source of my own experience. You know, there's that old saying that once we mate our own soul, that our soulmate can appear. And it doesn't mean you have to be perfect, and it doesn't mean you have to have it all worked out. We're in a forever process of up-leveling our wounds and becoming more than what we used to be. And relationship helps you do that too, which is wonderful. But you really, if you are looking for somebody to give you love, approval, security, or survival, well, then you can be in very deep water. Because once that person comes that you think's giving you that, you're going to cling and not let go, even if they're abusing you. That's the risk. So we have to be whole. And then when dating, we have people in our community, we call them thrivers, who are dating so successfully. And the reason they're dating successfully is they're not scared of meeting a narcissist out there dating. They're not scared of anybody. They're not looking for, oh my God, is that a narcissist? Or is it? They're just so authentic and empowered. They trust their inner beings. They lay boundaries. They take their time to get to know somebody. They're willing to lose it all to get it all. Yeah, this looked really good on paper, but it's not for me. I'm just going to release you. And I know the universe brings more of who I am being, and my values, my truths, and my rights are what I'm living with my heart open. So it's a really beautiful thing. And I remember when I was dating, you know, before my lovely partner, you know, if a narcissist would come along, there's a very specific thing that they usually do. They appear very interested. This is the high functioning ones. They'll ask about your past and they'll look for a gap. They'll look for you to say, oh my God, my last partner cheated on me and it was so painful. Because then the narcissist will say something. If he wants to secure you, he will say something like, oh, I just don't get how people aren't monogamous. I would never cheat on anybody. And bingo, he's in. They know that. I have had narcissists in my community come forward and actually say on my social medias, it is so easy to hook people. As soon as they talk about what hurts them, I pretend I'm going to be the savior of it. And I've got that person hooked immediately. So it's so interesting with a narcissist when they try and do that to you. And I would say things like, oh, look, I went through some incredibly painful stuff, but I love that because it helped me evolve and grow. I took responsibility for my own wounds. I so know who I am. I'm so not in a hurry for a relationship. I'm looking for the right man. And I'm just grateful for the whole journey. And you see their head spin because they're like, how do I get in? How do I hook this person? It's hilarious. And when you're on a date with a narcissist, inside I'm punching the air because I'm like, I am so impervious to these people just by being myself. And I really want people to know it's a little like the coronavirus. I have kind of a theory with that. If we really look after releasing our fear and having incredible immune system function with looking after ourselves, we're impervious. It's the same with narcissists. It is not true that a narcissist can hook everybody or anybody. I promise you, when you heal up, you will have no fear of anybody. And then you can fully be yourself in the world. And then the right people come into your sphere. And, you know, the only time I have any narcissistic people get through my gaps in business is when I don't do my due diligence enough, when I don't trust my inner cues and I don't ask the right questions. And if ever it's happened over these years, I come back to myself and I say, Melanie, you had that inner warning. You didn't show up powerfully enough in your boundaries. This is, again, another opportunity to get more authentic.
Beautiful. I love it.
But it takes work. It takes healing. It takes work.